Here's a common mistake causing you to get basic torque questions wrong. So torque and force are often mistaken to kind of be the same thing, but the magnitude of torque depends on more than the magnitude of the force that's being exerted. It also depends on the location of that force relative to the pivot point and the angle at which the force is exerted. So if you have the same force exerted closer to the pivot point versus farther away, that force will exert less torque on that object. If you have a force exerted at a 90-degree angle to the lever arm versus 30 degrees to the lever arm, the force exerted at 90 degrees will exert more torque because the equation for torque is the length of the lever arm times the magnitude of the force times the sine of the angle between the first two things. So to do something like rank magnitudes of torque, we have to take all of those things into account. It's completely possible that you could have a force with a greater magnitude actually exerting less torque on an object because it's either closer to the pivot point or it's exerted at a smaller angle to the lever arm. So that is something that you want to be careful of. Make sure that you don't confuse torque with force and you take all of those quantities into account that exist in the equation for torque.